Now this is the start of a Dundee cake, which I make for Christmas, because I don't like a really rich one, but the Dundee one is nice. First thing you do is you line your tin. You do this first before you do anything. You're better getting your tin ready. Now you have to squeeze when you double it over halfway. And when you have that done halfway, do it about another inch up like that. And that's so that it will sit when you put it in the tin. You cut all that in a slant, all up along about an inch or so, it doesn't matter, but just forever. Then you have melted butter or whatever you want to grease it with, and brush it well. And all the bits you cut as well, all down that side. Yeah, that's better. Spread it up and it sits against the tin. And you see the inside of the tin, the way that where I cut it, it's sitting down nice. Now you get your greaseproof paper again. And I need a pen. You sit it on there and you mark it around. Pen or a pencil, just mark it. And you cut that circle out. Now you grease this as well. And that sits in the bottom of the tin. And that's the tin done, all done inside. That's most important, you must do that. Then you have your mixing bowl. This is a special one I have, I keep it for baking. 340 grams of butter. It's good to have this out of the fridge and have it that it's not too hard. Or if you have electric mixer, you could use it with the electric mixer, but I like to do it in my hand. That's it. You can use butter or margarine. Whatever you think. I like these ones in these cartons because they're not so hard. It's a good butter. And then that's the sugar, which is 340 grams as well, the same as the butter. And I keep on mixing this together to get into a nice smooth paste. Which takes a while. Yeah, that's about it. See how smooth it is? It's like cream. Now then you get your fruit, and you put a bit of fruit in. A little bit of the egg in. You can really do it whichever way you want. A bit of this and a bit of that in until they all mix together. You don't have to put the way I'm putting it, but you can gradually put a piece of each in. Same as the flour. The flour, that's 525 grams of flour. Now at the end of the recipe it'll be converted into pounds as well, if anyone wants it. Now when that's mixed up, you can see that's all mixed together. You do the same again and gradually do it all until everything is gone. That lot is mixed up well, so I'll put another lot in. Do everything by degrees, because otherwise it'll be too hard for you to mix it. So much eggs and so much whatever. Now the eggs, there's 8 eggs in this. I've mixed up 8 eggs. But by the end, I may have to put more in, I don't know, I'll have to wait and see how it mixes, or how moist it is. But 8 eggs should be enough. They were rather big eggs as well. So if you're small eggs, you put 1 extra in. Yeah, it's mixing up well. The flour should be just another one now after this, should be alright. This is a good big cake, but it lasts 6, nearly 12 months in a tin. If it lasts that long, because it's lovely. And most people, there's no spices in this, which means if you're inclined to have heartburn or anything like that, or have a bad stomach, it doesn't repeat on you because there's no spices in it. This is 2 oranges that I grated the peel off. This makes a big difference. You make sure you always put this in. There's 2 in there. And that's the juice off it. I'll put that in as well. At the moment I'm going to put the cherries in, which I've cut up. And you put flour on them so that they won't stick together. Put some of them in. Sure, I could put a lot in. And a few of the chopped almonds. I like the chopped almonds because you get a bite when you finish with the cake. When the cake's cooked, gets a bite. The ground almonds, you just give it the taste, but they don't give any bite. Now we'll try that. Did I put any more in there now? That's last of the egg at the moment. You have to give it a good mixing around. but you've got somebody to help you to good strong hand. That's all right. I put the rest of the fruit in, the flour, and the almonds. Now I need the orange juice as well on this now. I'll just try and mix it a little bit first. It's getting harder now. My strength is going butcher. It didn't take a bother on me when I was younger, but now it does. But it's worth every bit of effort you put into it. Seems a lot in this. I don't know whether there's too much in it for the 9-inch tin, but we'll see. Looks too much to me. Now it looks wet enough, but I have to keep doing this in case there's any dry bits anywhere. Just keep on taking it from the bottom. Well, it seems to be all mixed. Now what you want is when you take it off on the spoon and it just falls off like that, not too quick but doesn't stay there. That's the consistency you want. That's it now, we put it in the tin. I'm going to put it into the tin now, but I forgot to tell you when I was doing the flour, I had already mixed the baking powder with the flour. I forgot to say that. Now you try and get this in without getting any on the paper, otherwise it will smell like burning as it's cooking. I thought there was too much, but there isn't. The tin will take it. See the way it comes off the spoon like that? That's what you want. Nearly there. Right, so I get as much out of the mixing bowl as you can. Now spread it out in the tin towards the edges I'll show you in a minute. And you make it well in the centre. Good deep well in the centre if you can, so that when it cooks, it cooks from the inside and you don't have that big dome in the cake when you take it out. Now you put back paper around like that, brown paper, and you tie it. I'll say it doesn't have to be tight, just as long as it stays on the tin. Now, that keeps the edges, because it's so long in the oven, that keeps the edges from getting too cooked before the rest of it is cooked. And then at the bottom I have another piece of bag. I'll show it to you. I'll put that in on top of the oven before, and then I'll put the cake on top of it. Now this is a piece of parchment paper. Do it in 4. What I do is cut this part here that needs a hole in it, and just cut it around. Doesn't matter what way you cut it, just so long as it sits on the top of the cake. And that's it when it's open. And you put that on top and you put it in the oven. That's how to keep the top from getting too brown as well. The steam will come out. That's what the hole is for. The steam will come out, but it won't get too brown. I know it looks all complicated, but it's not really. So I put this piece of brown paper in so the cake's tin and slit on it, and the bottom won't get cooked too much. Just try and put it sitting on it. Now you close the door and you have it at 120 centigrade, or number 2 in the gas. Now after 5 hours check it, but don't keep it opening the oven in the meantime. It'll take at least 5 hours. Now it's 5 hours since I put this in. I'm going to have a look and see how it's doing. Doesn't go, but I don't think it's done. No. But I'll keep the... No, I'll put it back on. I'll put this back on. I was going to keep it off, but I won't. Put it back on. Because I think it'll need another 2 hours. That'll be 7 hours. The machine I did this in is the one that you unclip. You can unclip it to take it out and take it off like that. Very handy. And peel that greaseproof paper off. It should come off easy because it's a bit hot. And do it gently. See, it's coming off easy. There it is. And it's a bit hot. Leave it for about an hour when you take it out of the oven. And then it'll help you get greaseproof paper off. It's alright when it's cold, but it might take some of the cake off as well. So what I do then is turn it over onto your board. And take the bottom off. Yeah. And there's the cake. Looking good. You've done the cake, quite a big one, for the ingredients you put in, and that will last at least 6 months or more in a tin, or even longer, if you can bear to leave it there. And that's the inside of it. Nice. So what I'll do with that half is I'll put it in greaseproof paper. And put it at one side of the tin. So that this one I can cut and we can use it. Yeah.